everyone, welcome to Inticast Lab. I'm your host Deepika. Welcome back again with the most interesting and super exciting topic, that is driving innovation, AI for automotive HMI. To talk on the same, we have the expert speaker, Mr. Kamal Ruparelia, on the show today. Hi Kamal.
Hi, Deepika. Good to be here.
Yeah, the topic is very interesting, and I am so fascinated to know all these things about it from you. And just like it mentions, like human machine interface, and the technology is evolving, and we see the lots of changes on it in the market currently. So, can we start with what actually the automotive HMI is and how it affects the modern vehicles that we have today?
Yeah, so as it says, it's a human-machine interface. So
Right.
whenever a human is interacting with either vehicle or some of the system of the vehicle, any area of automotive in operating or maintaining anything, that's where human-machine interface comes into the picture. And AI means like most of the time it is trying to reduce work of human
Hmm.
with including AI into their operations. And on machine part, AI helps make it more efficient, make it more robust, long lasting, uh, make it a little bit energy efficient, increasing some of the functionalities like speed and safety and in other aspects. So HMI is very like upcoming, and in automotive it's making big leaps nowadays.
Correct. So, like it offering so many multiple features and lot more thing along with the safety and everything, not at the cost of the enjoyment to the drivers as well as to the passengers, I believe. Right.
Yes.
And for me, I was knowing about the numbers, the market size, and everything. And 23 US billion dollars is expected into by the end of this year. And by 2030, it is expected to grow at the CAGR of 12% approximately. That is about to reach $50 billion. So the numbers, the state says itself that how the growth of the market is that we could expect. So likewise, we mentioned about like the safety features, the multiple innovations that it is offering. So what could be the especially the role of AI into automotive HMI?
That's a good question. Main thing is, as I said, that it has to like make sure that human and machine interacts in harmony. So whatever
Correct.
operations is done by human, it should be seamless. It should be natural. There are a lot of areas where AI can predict the human behavior, making sure that that doesn't have to. I mean, the experience is enjoyable and safe. So
Right.
in whenever they are entering some commands, it should be very ease of use should be there. Whatever user experience, it has to be advanced. In near future they can have speech recognition and natural language processing. Sometimes they also have the identity recognition, like some of the biometrics.
Hmm.
So all of these areas comes into, I mean, AI plays role into it. And in predictive analytics also, human, when they are trying to fix some of the areas of the vehicle, if vehicle can, or whatever engine they are using, can give some hints and some cues about what's happening inside them, that makes whole operation even more efficient and effective.
Right. Yeah. So, like the applications, the roles is very wide, and there are lots of brands actually coming up with lot many features. Let's say Tesla is coming up with voice control features. So, any real world example that would we could see that could help us to understand it better?
Yeah, so I mean there are a lot of companies are trying, but successfully, Tesla is one of the in forefront. The way they are trying to do is, I mean, they're trying to go level 2, level 3 and above, autonomous driving. That's where human, like HMI and the role of AI is very much predominant. Then BMW and Mercedes, they are also trying. the companies like Volvo, they have their own systems.
Mm.
But most of the companies right now, they are little focused on user experience within the driver's area, or around the driver's area. They are trying to make it a little more interactive, a little more efficient. User
Right.
doesn't have to bother with so many buttons and everything. The interface should look like an assistant. But in future, I mean, the real value come out of, um, first of all, like enhancing safety, making sure that the autonomous driving is realized wherever human machine and HMI is involved, and it will evolve into machine to machine intelligence. So the car and then that can interact with each other and with some other objects within the car. So that is ultimate goal. But these companies, I think right now, I feel like they are in their infancy. They are just trying to make it a little more efficient, the whole operation and user experience, but
Mm.
the value is yet to be realized in near future.
Correct, correct. Yeah. So like route planning or voice control and everything is feasible with these HMIs, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So likewise, you mentioned the applications are so many. So what could be the safety and regulative features are available currently, and what could be expected into this domain?
Yes, some of them are making sure that the drivers are not distracted. So there are a lot of companies, like big major companies and micro companies. So for example, Tesla is utilizing like in-cabin camera just to view the behavior. It's analyzing them if the drivers are distracted while their
Mm.
autonomous driving is in place. So they
Right.
alert them.
Okay.
Um, so it is just one example where
Mm.
safety can be improved using HMI and then adding AI to this
Mm.
this
Mm.
interaction. Then there are a lot of areas where if you are driving, or if you are not driving, if you're driving, certain operations are not allowed. If you are not driving, then certain operations are automated, just to improve the safety, like certain
Right.
speeds. If doors are open, that doesn't allow you to drive further, and a lot of other safety features are realized using AI.
Right.
And another area is where there is a little, it is coming into the news, is like predictive maintenance.
Right.
So human has to interact in a lot of areas in
Mm.
the car, inside the car, maintaining it. And if the car and all of the data can be effectively displayed to the human with given proper action plan,
Correct.
then they can do self diagnostic. They can also help mechanics to maintain the car better.
Correct. It's absolutely fascinating to know all this from you. And likewise, it has these features, these implementations, and everything. So, definitely, the software plays a crucial role. And I want to know from you about like from which stage we need to start considering the software development for this. It will run parallel, or will there be a requirement of custom development? How we need to incorporate, integrate, and what would be the things for this?
um, I mean, I think I discussed in past couple of times that my answer would be in similar. uh,
Hmm.
this all of these advanced features, like whenever AI comes, software and hardware has to work in harmony. So all of these
Right.
aspects should go into designing of hardware itself, either designing of the vehicle, their processors, their internal units. So most of the time those are custom development, because those are
Hmm.
very much specific to the vehicles. They can
Correct.
use the vehicle designer, they can try to use some of the off the shelf platform, but it then needs to be customized according to their needs.
True. And will there be the separate applications or devices for drivers as well as for the passengers and all, right?
Yes, that
And
is correct. Drivers and then mechanics, they need some applications. The OEMs, they need some application. In fact, at Intu's or Intu Ions, we are developing similar software that makes their job easier in both the ways. So we are heavily invested into making sure that HMI and AI are seamless for any kind of vehicles.
correct. So, like you are developing all these softwares and personally involved into these aspects, any challenges that you are facing in terms of the software side or as an industry for automotive HMI that the entire market is having?
Uh, yes, the biggest point is the traditionally or conventionally the industry is a closed industry. They are not opening up the data avenues. So without they open it up, even their own components cannot communicate with each other, and AI is a little bit distant until they have reliable data or it gets the reliable data. The
Correct.
second challenge is that the quality of data. So it's
Hmm.
completely unstructured. There are no standardization in what format data are gathered, and whenever a machine has to work harder or any computational unit has to work harder,
Hmm.
then it makes it less efficient. So lack of standardization in data, lack of openness to adapt the open data system, API based system, those are bigger challenges. The third one is it's always like privacy and security concerns.
Hmm.
So for example, Tesla is taking the picture or videos when people are driving. I mean, a lot of people are concerned about it, and that's the one of the reason people are not enabling the full self driving, because they are very much concerned that how it will be used.
Correct.
So there are measures, but there are not like concrete measures to protect the privacy of the end user, and those needs to be there, and that is a call by the industry. Everybody has to be on the same page and take the initiative.
True. And by the time I believe that it will be overcome very soon, as the challenges is there, then the solution will definitely come very soon, right?
Yep.
So, what could be your suggestion to the audiences who are into this industry or the future trending that you could expect into this domain very soon?
So one of the thing is that they have to have design, like software design mentality into the when they are trying to like design the hardware.
Hmm.
So whenever any decisions they are making, it has to be a little bit software driven. That how the software will be there, how the user experience or end user experience
Hmm.
will be there.
Hmm.
Um, then they also need to make sure that they just don't launch half baked products. So sometimes,
Okay.
with the market pressure, they are just launching the product that is
Hmm.
not really um, usable by the humans, or it's not
Right.
completely intelligent,
Hmm.
or the interaction with human and machines are not realized properly.
Correct.
So that is there. They can also keep in mind that you know people's privacy has to be respected. The device cannot be hacked, so
Hmm.
that it doesn't do erratic behavior. So that is also part of it. And one of the thing, if they are like, instead of reinventing wheel every time, they can
Hmm.
try to use the components those are proven and available, and customize it or use the platform that has some of the things already available.
Correct.
That's how they can accelerate the growth of industry.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, so we talk on a lot many things about basics of automotive HMI, safety and regulations, about the software part, what could be all the roles and responsibilities and everything. So if the audience would like to know anything further on this part, I'm dropping your LinkedIn address over here into the comment box so that
Sure.
they can reach out to you. Thank
Anytime.
you so much for sharing this wonderful information with all of us, and I believe it would definitely be helpful to everyone.
No, it
Thank you
was
so much.
pleasure. Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks.